Students who come to Adult Education Services can build on their employment skills. We help with resume, cover letter, interviewing skills. We help with GED, HSED preparation. We provide English language learning for community members. We also help students transition who might be considering going back to school or might be right out of high school, but they want to build on some skills that they might need for specific programs. So we help students get ready for college.
We run two different classes. We have an open lab setting where students can come in and work on cover letters, resumes, they can work on their academic skills, and there's always a facilitator or instructor here to facilitate the lessons. The other option that we have is a guided classroom instruction. It's 9 hours a week. Increase their skills in math, reading, writing, science, and social studies so that they can prepare to take the GED tests. It's a fast-track option for students to come in and get their GED.
I started out obviously going to grade school and to middle school, and then for middle school I was kind of having trouble learning. I had failed a grade in 7th grade, so I was a little bit behind. I turned 18 when I was in 10th grade. I just dropped out.
We want them to understand the importance of making school a priority. A lot of students that come in haven't been in school in a long time, or some have been in school and it just didn't work out, whether it was family, life, school, whatever the circumstances are, they didn't graduate high school. And so trying to accept that and look at a realistic time frame to be able to move forward and find a way to achieve the goal.
When I turned 18, I kind of got into some trouble and I ended up having to sit a little bit of jail time, and that really made me realize that this isn't the life I want to live. And then a couple years later I became pregnant and I wanted to get my GED, further my career opportunities, and that's how it all began.
It makes a huge impact on their future goals in life, whether it's employment or going on to school.
And that 6 weeks I had it finished, and I was pregnant at the time with my daughter, and right before I had her I graduated. Figured, well, I might as well just keep going to college and further my education, and so I just kept taking the steps towards that, and now here I am going to classes, and it's the norm for me now.
Part of our goal is to be inviting, to be motivating, to be encouraging, and to meet the students where they're at.
It's definitely catered to your needs. You go in there and they're really helpful with getting you what you need, getting started, and showing you what steps you need to take and how to reach your goal, and they're really good at pushing you to reach that goal in a very productive way.
What happens is, as we build the relationship and we start to see what skills they really have and start to identify them and show them what they can do, they start to increase their confidence.
I'm pretty confident. I didn't think I'd ever go back to school. I didn't think it would be me. I didn't really think it was my thing, considering how high school went and middle school, and just, I don't want to do that. I don't want my life to be like that. It's just support my family, make their dreams come true.
It's just amazing to see the dramatic changes we hear about after students work with us.
I really like going back to school, which I never would have thought would happen to me because I did not like high school. I had a hard time fitting in, and it's just totally different now. It's awesome.
It's exciting to see people obtain their goals. Once they start to realize that when you put in time, you can actually achieve something, it's awesome to see them come around and see them excited about what they've done.
The students who come back repeatedly every year and just tell me of their successes is the most rewarding thing in my whole life.
You just got to take the steps. You just got to push yourself a little. I did it, they could do it.